Thought they played really well. Obviously, we got a lot of things we got to clean up and do better with, but give them credit. Brad's kids really played hard, played well.
Questions? You got mics on both sides, right there, Ben. Mike.
Well, Chris, what did you ultimately see as a difference in this one? You know, coming off of maybe some momentum the other day, and it just seemed like you guys were never able to build on that. What did you see as the difference?
You know, the start of the second half, for one, and I think you're right. I just didn't think we ever had the kind of bite and fight you needed in a game like this. So ultimately, that's on me, Adam. That's my responsibility. So we didn't have it.
How do you try to address that?
You know, we just did, and we'll address it in film. Yeah.
Your two leaders, I think at halftime, Key and Suing had played 20 minutes and had 2 points, I think, and 5 fouls. Just real difficult position when your two veteran guys aren't bringing that. Just difficult to win a game when they take a half off. Just what can you do to get through that?
Yeah, we just need more from them. Like, we need more. And it's not just about points. We need more effort plays. We need more production from them. They're too important to what we're doing, and we rely on them too much with how young we are. We've got to get them performing at a higher level, Steve. So that's on us as coaches, and then they've got to bring more than what they're bringing. And you know, I thought Zed had some good looks, but it's not just about his finishes around the basket. He's got to bring more. He's got to do more in terms of effort plays, and so does Justice.
Zed, his knee, just how did that check out, and did that impact him at all here? You think
You'd have to ask him. I don't think so, Steve. I think he was ready to go. He's a tough kid. He was ready to go.
Chris Coleman Hawkins obviously had an impact on this game. What makes him difficult just to compete against?
He's just he's a stretch five, and I think we had some. We don't have a great matchup right now for him at the stretch five spot, and he stretches your defense because of his ability to make threes, and then you got to decide if you're going to switch or how you're going to play it. So, obviously they've got a new team, but they've got a lot of older guys, and him being one of them, that have performed at a higher level. Obviously, their 2 Big 12 transfers have been really good for him, but he was good today.
Here to the left.
Chris, when we talked to Bruce, he said that he felt like the days of practice leading in, not that you had many, were not great. What did you see leading in, and did you see that as being a factor in how you came out today?
Well, I think it definitely was a factor. Yeah, there's no question about it. Yeah, so ultimately that's on me. That was definitely a factor. But I'm not sure we'd have won the game. I think we would have played better.
Here to the right, Coach.
Chris, over here.
That's right here to the right.
Arguably, this is the most active we've seen Ty Rodgers in his freshman year. I assume you saw that on the circuit when you were there recruiting him as a high school player. Just, is that actually accurate? Am I on that assumption? Or what did his activity off the bench kind of give you guys problems?
Well, I think he's a good player. Yeah, I think he's a good player. He's versatile. He's strong. I know, he's finding his way like any freshman is, and probably is. I'm sure he's wanted to play more than whatever, what his role has been. But he's a good player, and we always thought that about him. Tough kid, can defend multiple positions.
Here to the left again.
And you talk about effort and practice and needing more from your veterans, and you're almost to the midpoint of the Big Ten schedule. Do you have confidence that you have what you need in this locker room to turn this around and not have this become another slide?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, it's as I've always talked about, it's more about how you play, and I just didn't feel like we played as well as we needed to. Again, they're a really good team. They're playing well. Obviously, they were coming off a loss, so we might have still performed well and lost. It's possible in this league. That's certainly possible, but I'm disappointed with both our preparation, our effort, and ultimately that falls on me.
Stay right there.
Yeah, Bruce seemed to try and assert himself a little bit in the second half and had that three-point play and tried to get in there a few more times and wasn't able to finish them. But do you feel like he's starting to come back a little bit from his wrist injury and starting to get back to where he needs to be?
Yeah, I just love Bruce's approach. He's trying to find his way, Steve, and We've played him a lot of minutes. He's played a very heavy role. I'm trying to limit his minutes. I'd like to keep him between 20 to 25 if I could. But I love his approach. Probably settled for a little too many mid-range tonight, but I love his approach and his effort on both ends, and his effort in practice was really, really good.
Scott?
Illinois defensively would like to, make other teams take tough twos. What did they do tonight to put you in that position?
Well, we took too many of them. We knew we were going to take some of them. We just took too many of them, and I just didn't think it. Thought the plays we had around the basket, they do a good job with their length blocking shots, but we don't mind taking some twos. We just took too many.
Okay, we'll wrap up right here to the right.
Chris, I know Bryce isn't going to score 27 every night, but he struggled offensively. You had him on the bench for, I think, 5-6 minutes at one point in the second half. What was kind of your view of his game tonight?
Listen, Bryce has had an excellent year, and he's had a really good freshman year. This is part of the growth process for him. He's just got to get back to work. He's hungry. I think this is part of the process. It's unrealistic to expect, the scoring output he had the other night to be consistent. I know you guys know that. So I'm hopeful that he'll learn from this and be better as next time out.
All right. Thank you, Coach.